Southwest, 2683 left, tower, runway 31 left, clear to land.
And a very pleasant good evening to you, wherever you may be on this big blue marble. It is Walt here, presenting another edition of Runway DFW Live.
Check at 47. I don't have anybody on final if you want to make a 180 and exit at
We are
altitude.
tonight at Dallas Love Field, so you know, not where we usually hang out on a Thursday night. Sorry for that snort, but the reason is that
47, you can taxi Alpha to Alpha to parking. Just monitor ground when you're off the runway.
We've
Alpha 2,
got
Alpha to parking,
what am I looking for here? Need some music to make sense of it all to me. Let's see, is the music coming? Hello, music. No? Oh, there we go. So anyway, yeah. So. Here's the thing, the wind is coming out of the north.
45, 31 left.
That means we get some pretty good looks
runway 31 left, clear to land
on a night like this at Southwest and other airplanes coming in over the downtown skyline of Dallas. So that's what we've got ahead for you on this Thursday edition of Runway DFW. Some of it after dark, some of it before dark, so it's kind of a hybrid. Welcome to Runway DFW. Southwest Flight 2683 from Amarillo, Texas. A MAX 8 is coming in now over the skyline of Dallas. Let's take a look. Let me unlock my tripod. What was that? That was my phone falling on the... Oh boy. My smartphone fell on the concrete. Will it have a cracked screen? Well, we're about to find out.
Southwest 276, approaching Jacobs,
Southwest 276 left, tower, runway 31 left.
It does not. Hurrah. What you're seeing there is a Delta. That's looking like a 757, no? It is parked over there away from the terminal area.
Bravo, monitor ground 1 off.
We are suspicioning that that is a sports charter of some kind. I don't know what all sports-wise is going on. I know that the Dallas Stars are playing the Winnipeg Jets in the Stanley Cup playoff round. And I don't know anything else going on, so... All right. Joey Chan, channel member, says, good evening, mods. Hoot Tunker says, it's a non-UPS 757. Well, there you go. It actually carries passengers. Tech Spec says, good evening, and hello to you. Ben Rosen, a channel member, says, good evening, Walt, tuning in from this nation's capital for a trip. Channel member and moderator Michael Flannery is here, along with our mod Josh Aldrich. Thank you, Josh. Gil Niveau, Roaring 2020, says, glad to meet you online with airplane spotting. I offer my handshake. I offer my virtual handshake to you as well. Well, that camera is not... oh, there you see it. Behind me. Can you see it yet? No, it's not come into that view yet. There's a Southwest, looks like, that's looking MAX 80.
Southwest 2744, 2 on right.
Southwest 2744 left tower, runway 3 and right, continue travel, go in position.
There it is.
Southwest 2744.
Contact the 328
And,
left tower, traffic on a...
what I didn't do tonight...
737, runway 31 right, line up and wait.
There's one reason my camera fell, my phone fell on the ground was because I forgot to mount it on my tripod arm. So I'm gonna have to take care of that shortly. Because that helps me help you identify the planes that we see going by. Before we get too far, let me go get my little clamp for my tripod. I'll be right back with you on Runway DFW.
Exit 641, contact launch site departure.
Departure, exit 641.
Exit 328, our nav mirrors, runway 3 and right, set takeoff. 46 left tower, company traffic on a 6.5 mile final, runway 3 and right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 31 right, Southwest 46.
Southwest 276, no delay, right turn Charlie 7, ground point 75, went off, company traffic 2 mile final.
Alright, Ross, I'm here, right to post.
Exit 328, contact launch site departure. Southwest 46, RNAV Berry, runway 31 right, set takeoff.
Takeoff 31 right, RNAV Berry,
Southwest 2744, runway 31 right, set land.
Land 31 right, Southwest 2744.
Southwest Belt 06, right turn Charlie 6, what's the gate? Southwest Belt 06, right turn Charlie 6, what's the gate?
We're going to
Address 20, you can taxi via Charlie Delta, monitor ground off.
Charlie Delta, monitor ground off. Left tower, 1 2 full stop, down
Number 125, contact left tower, runway 31 left, to the land.
31 left, 1 stop,
Southwest 46, contact launch to departure.
Departure, Southwest 46.
Southwest 1287, left tower, company traffic, 8 mile final, runway 3 and right, line up and wait.
That's 47, wait, 3 1 right.
Southwest 2744, left turn, Mike 5, ground point 75 and off.
Left turn, Mike 5 to ground, Southwest 2744.
Well, let me tell you what's going on here. The clamp that I use to put the camera or my phone on the tripod. Can you see this? This is the little twisty thing that screws it on, that tightens it, and it came off. And so I can't, it's kind of halfway tightened and I can't loosen it now. And I don't have time to get out my wrench. So let me see if I can make this work here. I know, we're missing planes here, aren't we? Hold on. Well, as soon as I get my phone attached to the tripod, I'll be able to tell you what's going on. It's getting a little busy here. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I had everything right. Everything was right. Everything was... I got here with 45 minutes to spare. And I looked at everything and it was all working just fine. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Busily working on screwing things in. Okay. Right. Now we've got a parade of planes. Well, that one's turning towards the terminal area. Cheeto Productions says, good evening, Runway DFW. Hope you have a great stream tonight at Love Field from me and the wifey. That's nice of you to say. Thank you. Now, we have reported this to you before at Love Field. Flight Radar 24 does not always
Are you on the low flag glide slope?
give us the...
And how are you picking up the glide slope? Were there any hiccups with it?
Does not always give us an accurate reading of what's on the runway. I don't think it's whatever receiver Flight Radar 24 is using is not able to pick up some of the planes on the ground, so we don't always get a chance to identify them until they've departed. Not a problem with arrivals.
Flight 1, the left altimeter 2971, squawk 4672, say your altitude.
All right, finally feel a little settled in here. Let's see how it goes. There's a subscription appeal. Yeah, we do. Normally I don't talk a lot about subscriptions here on Runway DFW. It's kind of, you know. But we are on the cusp of a big milestone here, about 25,000 subscribers. We're less than 100 away, so could happen tonight. So if you're inclined to get a free subscription to Runway DFW, you may be number 25,000. Wouldn't do anything for you. I don't have any prizes or anything. I wouldn't even know who it is. But well, while we wait for this plane to take off, we have one coming in. It's going to be an Embraer Phenom 300E, a flex jet. The origination point not specified by Flight Radar.
4862, traffic in Embraer on a 6-mile final, runway 31 right, line of way. Runway 31 right, that's great.
So in addition to a bunch of 737s, 737-800s, 737-700s, and MAX 8s, branded as Southwest. We may get lucky and see a Delta 717 coming in from Atlanta. And I don't know what's going to happen with that 757 we see on the runway there, or we saw parked adjacent to the runway. This plane Not identified on the radar yet. But I am very glad that you're joining us on this Thursday night at Dallas Love Field.
Tower 656, just past Dorner.
656 left side, number 2, runway 3 and right, middle land.
Middle land, 31 right, Tower 656.
Give you the big view here. It's overcast Thursday evening
Contact one for departure.
as we look towards the west.
Fly 1 landing secured, Methodist.
Fly 1 ready to service, terminate, keep the squawk frequency in 3.
Fly 1.
So another plane coming in. This is going to be an Embraer 145. This is flight 287 arriving from Houston Hobby Airport, JSX.
Tower, Midway 125, X-ray Papa, we are on the ILS 31 right.
Step 287, left turn, Mike 5, ground point 75 and off.
Left turn, Mike 5, left turn, Mike 5, ground 75,
No delay, traffic on a mile and a half final. Roger. Back 125, X-ray Papa, left tower, runway 31 right, clear to land, cockpit service following Boeing 737.
31 right, clear to land, Midway 125, X-ray Papa.
Just near approach speed, trust 50, not overtake. Southwest 2567 left tower, runway 3 left, clear to land.
I'm still here. I'm just kind of doing some fun stuff. So bear with me. We've got another Southwest plane arriving here. From Tucson, Arizona. That one, as soon as it touched down, it disappeared from the radar. That's all I got. Oh, there it is again. Flight 656, a 737-700 arriving from Arizona. Brian Miller saying hello, lovely people. Brian Miller says, like button gently walloped. Thank you, Brian.
Runway 3 and right, continue, I'll have the hot trim position.
Warren Rodriguez says you should have a countdown-like timer on the screen. At least that way you know you have crossed the magic threshold. Well, yeah, I don't, I know those are available. I don't have one. It's not, it doesn't, you know, it's not that big a deal to me. Well, I mean, it is, but, you know, well, it's a big deal to me, not so much to you, because you're watching and you're saying, well, okay, there's a show I like to watch. Why is that guy talking about
5 X-ray Papa, Roger, right turn.
Subscribers, doesn't matter to me.
1 monitor ground 1 off.
Alpha 5, Alpha signature.
There's that JSX plane that came in a little earlier. This is a, as I said, an Ember 145. JSX operates out of its own terminal here at DFW, at Dallas Love Field. I know I would mess that up. We're at Dallas Love Field.
Southwest 2060, 31 right.
Clear jet 431, RNAV mirrors, runway 3 right, touch takeoff.
RNAV mirrors, runway 31 right, touch takeoff. Clear jet 431.
November 5 Tango Bravo, runway 3 right, set to land. Southwest 2060 left tower, runway 31 right, set to land. Start reducing the approach speed and showing that 60 knot overtake on traffic 3 miles in front of you.
That's slow now. Southwest 2060, clear to land 31 right.
They're still doing some taxiway work over on the east side of the airfield, so the planes that have to wind up over on that side still have to taxi down the west side of the runway to get there, at least for part of where they're going.
Southwest 2567, what's your gate?
Hey, there's Luke the random spotter, which I keep clicking. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hello, Luke. One of our great mods and channel members. Appreciate that. Teresa notes that it is free to subscribe, so thank you, Teresa, channel member. O'Malley is here. Thank you everyone for enjoying this award-winning stream. And you know what he's talking. Well, you probably don't know what he's talking about. I did win an award, and it's from our friend O'Malley. Now, it has to do with the fact that well, first of all, let me get a tri-jet coming in here. Got to get the tri-jets. Didn't get a very good look at the tri-jets, did we? Yeah, it's not the one you're thinking of. This is not the tri-jet you're thinking of. It was a Dassault Falcon 900DX coming in from Cody, Wyoming. I don't think I've ever seen a plane arrive from Cody, Wyoming. It's a 19-year-old Falcon.
Sorry, aircraft still on the runway.
Simon 007 is a twin jet member. Thank you, Simon, for checking in. We have a go-around. So perhaps the old tri-jet didn't get off the runway in time.
Southwest 2060, contact launch to departure 124.3.
So that was Southwest Airlines flight 2060 from Atlanta, 737-800, which found itself in position to not land.
Southwest 3474 left tower, runway 31 left, clear to land.
31 left, clear to land, Southwest 3474.
Larry Brown, it's a Whittle twi-jet. Just a Whittle one. Itty bitty. Well, as we always say here, 3 is greater than 2. That plane arriving from Van Nuys, California, Gulfstream G450.
Terminal 1, jet speed 450.
speed 450, right turn at Alpha 5, Alpha to Signature 1, monitor ground 1 off.
Right turn Alpha 5, Alpha to Terminal 1, monitor ground 1 off, jet speed 450.
Just barely caught that plane coming in on the west side. Flight 52 from Houston, a MAX 8. And I think our next arrival will also be over from the east side.
Southwest 52, right turn Charlie 7, ground point 751 off to you.
Charlie 7.75.
So this next aircraft gonna be flight 3474 from Denver, 737-700. There it is, kind of trickling in there on the left side of your screen.
Lifeboat 611, left tower, taxi deputy, hold short of runway 31 left. I got your release, you'll be after traffic on a 2-mile final.
And
Short of 31 left, Lifeboat 611.
as soon as we have a little break there, O'Malley, I will share your presentation with me, or with our audience. Those downtown buildings will be all lit up pretty soon.
Lifeboat 611, runway 31 left, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 31 left, Lifeboat 611.
And this plane from Denver coming in on 31 left. That's all we're going to see of that.
Hello, Tower, Care Flight 2, checking in 2000 from my practice approach.
Southwest 3474, right turn at Charlie 7, ground point 75 and off.
Charlie 7, ground point 1.5.
Air Flight 2, left tower, love altimeter 2972, ident, verify altitude 2000.
2972, and yes sir, 2000,
Air Flight 2 is radar contact, over Texas, this instrument clearing class Bravo airspace, and maintain VFR.
Air Flight 2, maintain VFR, and when we finish this one, she's going to do a low approach, and then
And the dispatcher,
back to Methodist Dallas.
one of our great mods channel member, Quadjet channel member, says, too bad I'm not down in Dallas
11, runway
today.
31 left, clear for takeoff.
Wish you were,
Takeoff, 31 left, I've questioned.
but we're glad you're with
Air
us.
Flight 2 for now.
Dale Helton,
runway
channel
31
member,
right at all times for inbound traffic.
says, hello, Walton Moderation Federation.
Confirm you're going to do a VFR practice approach to Medical City, Dallas.
Yes sir, Medical City Dallas.
757 Chip, as I shouldn't say this before we make the presentation here, but he says it's much better to win a trophy than to suffer from atrophy. I know, where is this? I have it, don't I?
Southwest 2194, love tower, traffic's on a 6-mile final, RNAV Mears, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Mears, clear takeoff, 31 right, Southwest 2194.
Southwest 611, contact on set apart to see it.
For departure, Southwest 611, seal.
November 309, Whiskey Bravo, left tower, runway 31 right, clear to land, Koshway turbines, Boeing 737, taking runway for departure.
31 right, clear to land, 9 Whiskey Bravo.
Okay, this appears to be flight 2194 to Denver. No, that's not it. Or maybe it is. It could be flight 2194 to Denver. It just dropped off my screen. It's 737-700.
Flight 2, how far east are you going to be going?
We should be turning westbound in about 3 seconds.
Roger. Southwest 2194, contact Lone Star departure.
About 2194 departure.
Okay, let me see what it is coming in here. Stand by. Bombardier Challenger 6-04 is on final approach.
Southwest 2060, 31 right again.
Southwest 2060, left tower, runway 31 right, clear to land, welcome back.
Clear to land, Southwest 2060.
So you heard the welcome back, which I'm assuming is that plane
November 9, Whiskey Bravo, stay parking.
We're going to 6.
that made the go around a couple minutes ago.
Mike 5, contact ground point 751 off.
Yeah, the flight from Atlanta, flight 2060,
Left turn Mike 5.
Southwest Airlines, left Atlanta an hour and 55 minutes ago. And it's making its second appearance here at Dallas Love Field, as it had a go round first time. Frank Pierce 2008 says hi Walton everyone, hello to you. Kenneth White says hello Walton Mods from Detroit, the Motor City.
Someone descending for 11,000, you're on Love Tower, suggest last design. With Airflight 2, I understand you're practicing in a Med City, Dallas. What do you want to do after that?
Airflight 2 will want to turn southbound here in just a couple minutes, then head towards Methodist Dallas, and we'll just go that one the same normal way. We go to Baylor and then around.
Okay, are you going to miss before Med City, Dallas? Are you going to go over it into Addison's airspace?
I shall turn before, just to make things a lot simpler.
Okay, thank you.
Tower, Digit 757, ILS 31 right.
Digit 757, Love Tower, falling to 737 short final, wind still not working. Let's see, 320 at 12, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 31 right, Digit 757.
Southwest 2060, Mike 5, contact ground, have a good one.
Mike 5, let's ground, Southwest 2060, see you.
EGA Sooner says hello Walt from just north of Oklahoma City. We welcome you into Runway DFW on this Thursday night.
Southwest 4200 on a dog leg outside of Daddle, ILS 131 right.
4200 Love Tower, you're 4 and trail of a Challenger. They're indicating 150 knots. Winds are 32012, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 31 right, copy traffic, Southwest 4200.
We've got a plane coming into that shot. Baxter Pan is saying good evening from Maine. Hello, Baxter. And channel member Linda Kavinsky, one of our longest term friends of the channel. Hello from Chicagoland. We welcome you.
Air Flight 2, you guys are going to land at Methodist.
And there's the METAR, courtesy of Woot Doctor, the official supplier of
Air Flight 2 traffic at
METAR to
10
Runway
11 o'clock,
DFW.
about, 5 miles. Southwest 737 descending at a 2000 on final report time in sight.
Air Flight 2, we'll be looking for your traffic, and I'll keep her here at 1300, so nice and low.
Looks like they're about your 12 o'clock now, moving to a 1 o'clock, 4.5 miles, 1,800 descending.
And Air Flight 2's got that traffic aside. We'll maintain visual and easy to pass behind.
Air Flight 2, thanks. Maintain visual separation from that traffic and caution weight turbulence.
Air Flight 2.
And you've been hearing chatter there between the tower and a care flight helicopter. Of course, that's a medical transport helicopter.
Tower, Southwest 4113, put you on 031.
4113, left tower, calling company on a 3 mile final, wind 32012, runway 31 right, good land.
Good land, Southwest 4113.
I'll tell you what happened there. My headphone cord got caught, so I couldn't pan along with this plane as it landed. Otherwise, I would pull our other tripod down. Not a good thing. Want to get up? Go ahead. Says good evening, Walt and all, or et al. Looking forward to spending the evening with you. We're glad you could. Okay, do we still have a plane? We've got a plane. I'm looking for an opportunity to do this thing with what O'Malley sent us. This is going to be flight 4200 coming in from
Air Flight 2, there is additional traffic about 3
Midland,
southeast of your turn
Texas.
base to final 737 descending at a 2,600.
Air Flight 2, we'll be looking.
Air Flight 2, if you want to crank it to the right there, heading 270
to 737 700.
Roger
I think we have a special livery here.
Southwest 4113, as you join final there, traffic at your 12 1 o'clock, about 2 miles, a helicopter, crossing your final right to left, westbound there at 1300.
Back on the traffic, Southwest 4113.
About a mile westbound at 1200.
We have a Southwest 4113.
You're no longer a factor, resume on empty. Southwest 4200, Mike 5, what's your date?
It's the Maryland 1
I think that was open. Yeah, 4200 Diners,
livery.
taxi to be a Mike Bravo 4, monitor ground away.
Mike Bravo 4, Southwest 4200 miles.
And again, coming in from Midland, Texas.
Air Flight 1, left turn. Air Flight 1, copy that. Cleared into cross Bravo airspace, level altimeter 2973. Your company is about a mile north of the hospital southbound at 1300. And proceed direct port landing to Baylor.
Saying hello to Jeff in Mass 1. Hello, Jeff.
Now headed north eastbound.
Air Flight 2's got my traffic in sight.
Sharon Solomon saying that's an awesome paint job. I have to be honest with you,
Copy that. Maintain visual
I'm
separation.
not a fan of a lot of the Southwest special paint jobs. They just don't seem that harmonious to my eyes. But, you know, to each their
Flight 1,
own.
company traffic just southeast of you, southbound at 1,000 feet. They did have you in sight.
Air Flight 1, got that for.
Coming in from the southeast here is Southwest, flight 4113.
Air Flight 2 will call. Big issue.
Air Flight 2, radar service terminated.
The origination point on this one is Lubbock, Texas. It has the standard livery of a 737-700 Southwest jet. A 16-year-old plane. Get another look at this snazzy paint job here. I mean, to me, This looks like it was designed by a committee and not by an artist. No reflection on the artist. Just doesn't do it for me as an airplane livery.
Over to Bravo, Bravo into gate 7, monitor ground field.
Bravo, Bravo into 7.
It's different, got to give it that.
Tower, Air Flight 1 landing here, Beta.
Air Flight 1, ready to service terminated, frequency change approved, keep that going.
Air Flight 1, welcome. Left tower, good evening, Southwest 3336, RNS 31 right.
Okay, we got a quiet moment here.
Southwest 3336, left tower, wind.
And now
runway 31 right, clear to land.
I can present this. Now let me set this up. I've been having problems recently differentiating between Turkish Airways and Qantas livery, because they both have a red tail, and we operate a lot of times at night, and I see a red tail in the distance, and is that Turkish? Is that Qantas? I don't know. So I think we need a little bit of a fanfare or something here. Let's see. Do I have one? We'll play this. That's not quite what I was hoping for, but here it is, my certificate of achievement awarded to me for positively identifying the Qantas departing DFW that one time, which was on our Tuesday night show. And that, of course, was provided to us by our friend O'Malley. Thank you, O'Malley. I don't know what to say, but I'm honored by your certificate of achievement presented to me.
Contact about 2 northeast of the exact zone 1,500 on the altitude, 1,600 now. You're cleared in the class Bravo airspace.
Well, got a sundown here. Sun goes down at 8:19.
Direct report on station.
So it's just about there. Here on the top level of parking garage C at Dallas Love Field Airport in Texas. Good evening to you, wherever you may be. Southwest Flight 3336 from, what is that coming to us from Kansas City? It's going to be a 737-800 is next up. Swing this thing around.
Mike 5, I'm going to 1, Southwest 3336.
Perfect, that one's open. Mike Bravo 4, monitor ground the way into 1.
Mike Bravo 4, monitor ground, Southwest 3336. And Love Tower, Air 1's on station.
Air 1, thank you, report any change.
Air 1, roger.
And the dispatcher explaining the livery on that Maryland 1. The present design, which incorporates both the coats of arms used by George Calvert, began to appear officially after the Civil War. The flag in its present form was first flown in Baltimore. Well, I still don't like it, but that's an explanation. Thank you for that, Anna.
Tower, Starlight 120 Buffalo.
Well, we have nothing coming or going right now, so we get a chance to just seize on the sundown here. Sarah Deals congratulating me and thanking O'Malley for my award. Oh, there's a plane. Look at that plane. That's a DFW plane going to cross over the sun there. We're only about 12 or 13 miles away from DFW here, so. Michael Flannery says Dallas Police Air 1 in the area. I did not hear that. Wood Doctor says, Walt, the ATIS as part of taxiway A is closed. Are you able to see that? Yeah, we can see that. I'll show you that after we catch the sun going down the rest of the way here. Ben Benson wants to know what camera setup and lens are you using? Well, we're using 3 cameras tonight.
We are inbound on the Island Runway 31 left.
And you see all 3 of them there.
Up to 6 miles. Helicopter doing maneuvers over there. They're about 1.5 miles west of your final at 1500. Your winds are 3209, runway 31 left, clear to land.
And specifically, our cameras are delineated in the description of this stream. So pop over there. You can see what our cameras are.
Will be going to jet.
But we're using our nighttime cameras, so we're using Sony cameras.
Yes, sir.
An Alpha 7S.
Jet
3. So this camera that you're looking at here is an Alpha 7S3, and our other one is a Sony ZV, or depending on where you are in the world, ZV E1. And then we're also using a Google Pixel camera, well, Google Pixel smartphone for that camera. Linda Kavinsky, enjoying our sunset here. From atop the parking garage. Speaking of atop, I have made my reservations to attend the Cranky Dork Fest weekend. The weekend of September the 12th.
Cardinal 247, free to call traffic's behind you, left no factor.
There's always a big shindig on top of the H Hotel on that Friday night on the 12th, and then on the 13th it's the Cranky Dork Fest at the park next to the In-N-Out Burger at LAX.
Tower South 1837, holding short, 319, ready to go.
1837,
So I look forward to seeing many of you out there at Cranky Dork Fest weekend at LAX. Laurie Brown says even the sun is bigger in Texas. Sometimes we get some nice kind of glinting off buildings, but it's very, I don't know if the cloud cover is going to not let that happen.
From his helicopter traffic maneuvering just south of the vertiport. They're at 1600.
Roger, strike, zero from you.
Southwest 1837, wind 3208, Arnett Berry, runway 31 right, 50 up.
So apparently this is Southwest Flight 1837. It's not on Flight Radar 24 right now.
Took off Romeo VFR to send your discretion. Here.
Channel member Rachel Daly Hug says we had crazy
stay at 2000 until I'm past
storms
helicopter
rolling
traffic
through
and all
Wisconsin
1500.
earlier today. There's a very slight chance of
Zero Golf Romeo approach, call me right when
rain. It
you
was
see
very,
that reback.
very overcast.
I'll stay at 2000 and once
I don't know if it
I'm
was
south of
that way
helicopter
here
traffic,
because I'm
I'll
about
descend down
50 or
1500,
about
so
60
you're
miles
going
away from where I live, but it got very overcast in the afternoon. It was almost I had to turn on the lights in my office. Usually sun is streaming in through the windows. I should point out that I'm going to Los Angeles on American Airlines, and they have a special going on. It's a pretty good special for Advantage Miles. So if you have Advantage Miles, I got to go to Los Angeles for 5,000 miles from here. That's pretty low. I think it's probably half or more than half of what
Roger, still looking for the traffic stars. You're going from you.
of what you would normally have to expend to make that trip. So it's a kind of a limited offer. So if you have Advantage Miles and you want to burn not too many of them, that might be something to consider.
Customer mate, Golf Papa, wind 32010, RNAV Nolan, runway 31 left, clear takeoff.
Joseph Clearwater says, hello Walt. My friend, a pilot for Republic Airways, took off from Newark, landing in Toronto, staying the night. Oh, and speaking of going places, now that we've got a little bit of downtime here, as I announced on Tuesday night, Runway DFW is going to Paris. Yes! We're going to Paris, and I had our graphics department make the map. Oh, did we put the wrong map up again? Yes, we're not going to Paris, France. We're going to Paris, Texas, which is just to the northeast of here. What is that, about 100 miles or so? I'm not sure. A couple hours to get there. So we're going there. This will be on Saturday morning for an airplanes and coffee event. Now this is a general aviation kind of shindig where it's a fly-in. So people from around the region will be flying in with their planes. The public is invited. It's free. It's at Paris Cox Field Airport, and it's going to be different. It's going to be fun. We went to something similar to this in Durant, Oklahoma. It's now been almost 2 years. That was a more military-oriented fly-in. But this should be fun. So if you're not doing anything on Saturday morning, we will be posting the link to it later. I don't have the exact start time. The event's supposed to start at 8. I'll be there at 6 a.m. to set up, to check all our connections, to make sure we can do it. But I hope you can join us for Airplanes and Coffee on Saturday morning, a special presentation of Runway DFW live from Paris.
Southwell 06, wind 31011, RNAV close, runway 31 left, clear takeoff.
RNAV the slope cleared for takeoff 31 left southwest. 12.
Live from Paris. And as Mark G 454 says, as they say in Paris, mercy buckets. Yeah, mercy buckets. Smoke and Slice says Harper, his infant daughter, is going places right now in her dreams. We kind of put her to sleep, is my understanding. Jeff in Mass 1 says it sounds like a mini Oshkosh. Well, I don't think there's going to be any real experimental aircraft there or anything. I think it's just more or less general aviation. Way to get people involved and interested in general aviation. So it sounds like fun. We hope to be able to talk to some folks who've flown in and maybe some people who've gone for a ride, which they offer there. So it should be fun. And 182Q KFTW says, if you want to go on a flight, there will be plenty of people willing to take you for a trip around the patch. Have a great time. Well, I'm going to be kind of locked down, so I won't be going on any rides. But again, it should be fun.
Runway 31 right, line up away.
0 right, line up away, medevac 810, Bravo Echo.
Ronald Smith says Paris, Texas is a special place. I live nowhere close, but I've had to get tire service there several times as I was driving in the area. Also had to testify in court there one time. So Paris, Texas also has an Eiffel Tower, a replica of the Eiffel Tower. Not quite as big as the original, but so I believe what we're looking at here is an Airshare Bombardier Challenger 350 going to, wow, all the way to Fort Worth.
Southwest 1206, contact launch start departure today.
Order departure, Southwest 1206.
Bravo Echo, wind 310 at 10, RNAV Mears, runway 31 right.
And Ronald says, I have a good friend from there. We were traveling in Ireland, found a pub named Paris, Texas, named after an old 60s movie.
Tower Southwest 61 with the visual 31 right.
I don't think I've ever been to Paris, Texas.
Southwest 61 left tower, wind 310 at 10, runway 31 right.
I can tell you that by looking at the maps, we won't be within visual of the Paris, Texas Eiffel Tower from where we are. And since I got to get there real early, I won't even be there to get a
23 left tower, you guys ready?
get a photograph of it before I get to the airport. Smoke and Slice Barbecue says, I've been to Paris, Texas many times. There's a great hole-in-the-wall 24-hour restaurant right off 259. Well, I'm going to be staying the night there tomorrow night, so I'll leave after work at my home and start driving there. It's about a 2-hour drive. And staying locally there for a brief time because I'm going to be up at the crack of dawn. I think they want me to be there about 6 a.m.
Visual proof for Air 1.
This looks like, is this the plane going to Fort Worth? Maybe this is the plane going to Fort Worth. I may have misidentified the previous one. And yes, the sky is that pink here on this Tuesday night.
Share 723, nice job, contact departure 124.3, have a good night.
Over departure 24-3, Air Share 723, good night. Alright, Southwest 23, I'm sorry, 3586, visual 311.
Southwest 3586, left tower 4 in Shirley Company, additional traffic 10.4 miles down south of maneuvering. Traffic about 45 miles east of you, 737. Air 1, roger, looking for traffic. Southwest 61, Mike 5, what's your gate?
Mike 510, Southwest 61.
I think that one's open, let me see. Yep, 10's open, Southwest 61, straight over to Bravo, Bravo into 10, monitor ground on the way, and have a good night.
Bravo over to 10, and we'll monitor ground. You have a good one, Southwest 61.
Time to crank up our camera gain here.
Air 1, we have a traffic in sight. We'll be doing visual preparation.
Visual proof for Air 1. Southwest 3586, helicopter a couple miles off your left side, no factor edge in sight.
All right, we're looking south there.
Ronald Smith says it's crazy that so many people here have a connection to Paris, Texas. Got a plane coming in over downtown. I will have to identify it after we watch it land.
Tower, good evening, down to 328 Romeo Sierra, inbound 31 right.
Channel 328 Romeo Sierra, Love Tower, traffic 11 o'clock in a mile, 737 for the parallel runway. Winds are 3108, runway 31 right, clear to land.
31 right, clear to land, looking for traffic, Romeo Sierra.
So this plane coming in on 31 left here. There's two runways at Dallas Love Field. Currently designated as 31 right and 31 left. So we're kind of smack dab in betwixt those. The plane that just landed was flight 4093 from Panama City, Florida, 737-800. We have another Dash 800 coming in from Long Beach, California, flight 3586. And that was it there. There it is.
130.
Lima Sierra, left tower, 5 trail to Challenger, wind 3107, runway 31 right, middle.
31 right.
Air 1, resume on navigation.
Air 1, resume navigation.
As you can tell here, we do not have a full view of the landings on 31 left. Kind of gets cut off just as they touch down from our perspective here. From Midland, we've got Levitate Air Cargo plane coming in.
Southwest 3586, right turn at Charlie 7, contact ground, have a good night.
This is a Bombardier Challenger 300.
Tower 1 will be clearing Bravo to the south.
Air 1 leaving the Bravo, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, own navigation, have a good night.
Frequency approved, usual, Air 1. Here, we're going to Dallas Fort, take Michael 5.
Chapter 8, Romeo Sierra, yep, make that left turn at Mike 5, left turn on to Mike, you can stay with me, traffic's on 2 mile final behind you.
Mike 5, Mike 3, Romeo Sierra.
Mark G454 says, howdy from Pflugerville, Texas. Watching Hero d'Italia bike race on my iPad and watching Runway DFW on my laptop. The perfect combination, I guess. Hans Olav Mork, a channel member, says, Walt, May 17th is the Constitution Day here in Norway. The weather forecast for the weekend is good. I'm glad to hear that. Happy Constitution Day in Norway. Anna says inbound flight 3453 from Phoenix coming in about 25 minutes is on my desk tonight. Well, hopefully we'll get to see that.
Southwest 40, you can join Mike 1.
Go Mike 1, South 40.
Southwest 40, left tower, runway 31 right, line of weight, company traffic about 6 mile final.
31 right, line of weight, Southwest 40.
Southwest 4333 left tower, expect about a minute.
Thank you.
Citation 4 Lima Sierra, safe park.
Down
4 Lima Sierra, make the left turn at Mike 5. Left turn on
Well, it always seems there's always something going on here. As we say hello to John R. from Reno, Nevada. And Mark G454 says that they switch operations. No, it's all north flow right now.
On that very quick takeoff, you're right, Southwest 40.
4333, left down, runway through, left line of way, coming traffic 6 miles.
But as I described earlier, we're between two runways, the two runways here. So it does look like they're coming at us from different directions, but just because we're in the middle of things.
We have inside Southwest 2784. Up tower, 4011,
4011 left tower 4, trailer company, continue runway 31 left.
40.
Southwest 40, keep your speed up, contact Lone Star departure, connect.
One departure, Wilco, Southwest 40 connect.
Here comes Southwest Flight 690 from Nashville, 737
Southwest
700.
4333, company is about 2 out, wind 32005, run at slow, runway 31 left, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 31 left, Southwest 4333.
Southwest 2784, thanks for your help on the speed, company start.
And this is coming in on 31 right,
31005, runway 31 left.
which is on the east side of Love Field.
No problem.
Southwest 4011, 3.5 and trailer company, they're indicating 150 knots. Wind 31005, runway 31 left, clear to land.
31 left, clear to land. 4011.
Southwest 690 left at Mike 5 and taxi over to Bravo and then contact ground.
Left turn Mike 5, taxi over to Bravo and then ground there, Southwest 690.
Southwest 4333, contact Lone Star departure, connect.
Over to the departure, Southwest 4333, see you. One left here is a little short of Mike 2 here.
4 Lima Sierra, I'm sorry about that. Cross runway 31 right at Mike 2, Alpha 2.
I'm having a hard time keeping up with all these arrivals.
31 right and then Alpha 2, Alpha to ramp 4.
We've got a $10 super chat from Mark G454. Giddy up, says he. And we have, and thank you for that, Mark G454, and also John R. has become a Twin Jet member of the channel. Thank you for that.
Tower Southwest 2107, visual 31 right. Company inside.
Southwest 2107 left tower, wind 3206, runway 31 right, clear land.
Clear land 31 right, Southwest 2107.
43 I'm still waiting for approach to release you guys.
I can wasn't sure if it's going to be a minute or 10.
They've been really quick. This has been the longest I've waited.
Roger.
Left tower, November 61, Mike November is with you on the
Channel member Patrick Lloyd says hello, everyone.
6 there, if that works for you, contact ground over your night. Number 61, Mike, November, Love Tower, you're 4 and trail to 737 with an overtake. Continue runway 3 and right traffic, Mike, hold in position.
Okay, we'll continue on, 1 Mike November.
Coming in now on the east side on 13 right. Southwest Flight 2107 from Salt Lake City. A 737-700. We need to get that in focus, don't we? We are not having success. Let's try that. There we go.
Number 1, Mike November, yeah, traffic will hold in position, continue runway 3 and right, and reduce your speed if you can.
Okay, we'll continue to 3-1 right and reduce speed, 1 Mike November.
Southwest 4308, join Mike 1.
And you heard the tower asking a plane, one of the planes behind this, and there's two, it looks like, in the sky right now, to reduce your speed. So we'll look for this one to get off the runway, the main runway, as soon as it can to accommodate that incoming plane behind it.
You know, it's number 61 Mike November, runway 31 right, clear to land, wind 3106.
3-1 right, clear to land, 1 Mike November.
4308, just a little slow, coming away for 1-1.
So the aircraft behind this has been cleared to land.
2107, left turn at Mike 5, traffic's on a 2-mile final behind you, contact.
Go ahead, down to Mike 5, Southwest, yeah.
Southwest 1140, Charlie 6, contact ground, have a good night.
Charlie 6, round 2.
And that plane's getting ready to clear the runway.
I'm still waiting for approach to release you guys.
Okay, Southwest 31.
And you might be able to see two aeroplanes in the sky in this shot. Well, maybe you can't. Well, there are. Chuck TXK, one of our Oddjet channel members. Thank you, Chuck. Howdy, howdy, Walton all. Gorgeous Texas evening. Ah, there you can see the two planes there. So there are now two Southwest jets poised for takeoff, but because there's only a single runway on this side of the airport, they've got to wait for the incoming flights to be cleared.
Southwest 4308, Love Tower, company traffic's on a 5-mile final, runway 31 right, line of way.
Line of way 31 right, Southwest 4308.
Southwest 3934, you guys on?
We are, and we're visual 31 right.
3934, start reducing that speed, please. Continue runway 31 right, company's going into position.
Okay, we're reducing as quickly as it can. Southwest 3934.
Had another tangle there. Ryan Paulding says the business jet going to Fort Worth, I guess it was going to Meacham. No, it was going to FTW, which is, oh wait, that is Meacham, yes, sorry. Yes. The Shy One says hello from Los Angeles, California. Well, you don't have to be shy.
Southwest 430, company's on a 2-mile final.
Southwest 3934 from Reagan National Airport in Washington, 737-800 is coming on down.
Southwest 3934, company starting the roll now, wind 3307, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, Southwest 3934.
But before this one lands, we got this one taking off right ahead of it. Now I don't have a way to go switch the cameras now, so We're just going to have to swing around and catch this one landing. You see the close tolerances that are involved here. And of course, because of those close tolerances, we did see a go round earlier in our broadcast.
Turn Mike 5, ground point 75 and off.
Left Mike 5, contact ground.
So me spinning that camera all around. I've twirled it around a couple of times here, and the cables were beginning to coil. Well, it's probably about that time.
Runway 3 and right.
I should probably switch over to our After Dark logo bug. And you know, what we didn't do on our last broadcast with you is to do our membership crawl, as we call it here. It's like a pub crawl, except we show you who's a member of the channel and say thank you. Get to that momentarily. After this.
Southwest 2617, contact Lone Star departure.
Run Lone Star, South 2617.
Okay, so what I had started to say
Runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
was that I would like very much to salute our Runway DFW members. So let me find the appropriate musical accompaniment. So we'll take out that. We're going to put in this and say thank you so much to our members. Now our list, as always, starts out with the big kahuna, our channel sponsor, James Webb, who is with us in person on Tuesday night. That was quite a treat. He is now back on the West Coast after a side trip to Houston to see his dad. So James Webb, thank you so much for all you do for Runway DFW. Now, let us check out the names of our Runway DFW members, starting out with Quad Jet category. This list was compiled, yes, at midnight today, early this morning. So if you've become a member since then, you'll watch for your name on an upcoming broadcast of Runway DFW. So here we go. Quad Jet channel members, thank you to 757 Chip, Airplanes FRA, Alan J, Angela Smith, Anna the Dispatcher, Beaker and Honeydew, Bev A, Bill Platt, Brian D, Chuck Cam, Chuck TXK, Cubs Win, Dwayne C, S.O. Rents, James Webb, John Lipman, Josh Aldrich, Kevin D, Kirby Brooks Sr., KS Avgeek, Lori M, Michael Flannery, Michelle R.S., Mike G, Netgear, Only Planes Network, Patrick Wooters, Pete Nordine, Payathon, S35 Bonanza Pilot, Sarah Deal, Skittles, Steve Lundaby, Texas Girl, The Grinch, TNT Oh My, and Will Hutchison, our Quad Jet channel members. Thanks to each of you, and thank you to each of our Tri-Jet and Twin Jet members whose names will be now scrolling across the bottom part of your screen for the next several minutes. They help put this show on the air, and I thank you one and all. We have a new member to welcome. Billy Farrar, a Twin Jet member. Thank you, Billy. We have a plane to welcome. Southwest Flight 3561 from Albuquerque, New Mexico. A 737-700 arriving on runway 13 right at Dallas Love Field.
Delta 2804 in the visual 31 left.
Delta 2804 left, out, runway 31 left, continue to take position.
And, you know, I know we don't get to see any big heavy jets as we normally do at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, but this is kind of a nice change of pace, I think. As we see Southwest Flight 4188 coming in from Fort Lauderdale. It's a 737-700 coming over the skyline of Dallas. And this one is arriving over on the east side of the west side of the airport. 31 left is the
2 miles southeast of Baylor,
runway designation.
Boeing 717, 2600 descending. Do you have them say?
There's a Reunion Tower there, that blue ball.
Flight 1, Roger. We're cleared into
There's
Bravo
Parkland
airspace
Hospital there in the background.
Outbound.
I hear some Nieners. I think that means a plane is being towed.
And Delta 2809, you'll see helicopter traffic off your right side, departing hospital out of 417.
I'll be looking at Delta 2804.
Gleaming in the floodlights here.
Right turn, Charlie 7, no delay, Boeing 717, traffic on a 3-mile final run, cut the ground, 0.75 knots.
Charlie 7, no delay, on the ground,
A salute to all the ground operations crew here at Dallas Love Field.
Copy, clear to land 31 left, Delta 2804. Delta 3817.
And this is likely to get tucked in right in front of us here. There's a kind of a pilot car leading the way.
West 2683 left tower, RNAV mirrors, runway 3 and right, clip takeoff. Airplane 1, ident.
Airplane 1, ident.
Airplane 1's radar contact just south of Baylor Hospital.
Coming in on the west side, oh, Delta Flight 2804, this is the 717, which is going to be coming here from Atlanta. Probably our only chance to see it tonight. Always look forward to a glimpse of the 717.
Southern 247, the Love Tower, menu departure instructions, fly runway heading, maintain 4,000.
Alright, on departure, runway heading 4,000.
247, Boeing 717, correct 737, traffic, disregard, taxi up to hold short of runway 3 and left.
Taxi up to hold short, 31 left, cutter.
3817, runway 3 and left, settle land.
3 and left, clear land, 30.
There we go, our glimpse of the 717. There's a dark train. Dallas Area Rapid Transit.
2804, right turn
Headed north.
7, ground point 75 and off.
Regular Charlie 7, then over to ground wind off. Thanks for working out of the left window.
Runway 31 right, line up away. 2060 left tower, runway 31 right, line up away.
Left tower, southwest 3696, visual through on line.
Southwest 3696 left tower, runway 3 and left, continue.
Continue. Now, good evening, Southwest 2060 on Mike, holding short of Mike 1.
Southwest 2060 left tower, hold short of runway 3 and right.
Hold short 31 right, Southwest 2060.
Chronos 247, runway 31 left, line up away, traffic on a 4.5 mile final Boeing 737.
Line up away, 31 left, Chronos 247. Left tower, southwest 4546, 31 right.
Landing over there was flight 3817 from St. Louis. That was a MAX 8.
Right, continue southwest 4546.
Southwest 3817, right turn Charlie 7.
Ronald
Join
Smith
Charlie,
says,
contact ground
you
point
seem to have a great
75
spot tonight, Walt, for catching flights on both runways.
Charlie 7, 0.75.
Yeah, there's a little bit of trial and error in settling on this spot, but we're on the south end of the top level of the C parking garage, and so the 7th floor is what this is, so we do get a very nice overview of things. One thing we can't see is the terminal area. We can just see a plane or two sticking out from the terminal area, but yeah, that's okay. Another incoming flight over downtown. Flight 3696 from Las Vegas, another MAX 8 on Runway DFW live at Dallas Love Field. And yes, if you like the 737 in most of its variants, the Dash 800, the Dash 700, and the MAX 8, we've got plenty of those on offer from Southwest Airlines. And that Delta flight you saw was the only other mainline regularly scheduled airline that operates out of here. And Delta just flies that aircraft between here and Atlanta. It's the only Delta destination that is on the regular run down here, although we do have a Delta 757, which I don't think we've yet given you a very good look at yet.
Charlie 7, Charlie, ground point
247, contact launch set departure.
Departure Colonel 247. Now southwest 1535.
So there it is over there, parked away from the terminal area. This is a charter flight, I'm guessing for a sport team, but I don't know which. Marion Seeley says, Walt, thanks for spotting at Love Field. I fly Southwest once a month, so it's my favorite airport. I guess you do get to see a lot of what's going on here. And it is nice spotting. I mean, I wish there was a little more airline variety, but what are you going to do? This flight coming in from Colorado Springs, 737-700.
Right, line of way, Southwest 26.
Left turn at Mike 5, contact ground Mike 75 1 on.
Left Mike 5, 75 off, south, north 7.
Josh Aldrich up there in OKC says I got to take off. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of your night. Thank you, Josh, for coming in here and helping out with the duties of moderation. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, Josh. We'll see you next time.
2060 RNAV mirrors, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Alright, RNAV to mirrors and 31 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 20.
Southwest flight 2060. It's going to Sacramento, California. It's a 737-800. And it's got to get off the runway because there's a plane coming in. Turn around quickly. Get things in focus here. Walt for Southwest Flight 1535 arriving from Chicago O'Hare Airport. This will be a MAX 8.
Southwest 2060, contact most of departure.
Hey, Southwest 26.
Invictus 738 left tower, runway 3 and right, line up away.
Runway 31 right. Yeah, Mike 5 on ground point 75 right. Left tower to left 4262, visual approach 31.
Southwest 1460 left tower, runway 3 and left, company may get on position.
Continue through unless I left 122.
Axel RC is multitasking, typing on phone, watching on TV. You know, I was kind of surprised that there are so many people who watch on TV. I don't know why I should be surprised, because I watch spotting shows on TV all the time. But it's just over half, according to the YouTube statistics on this channel, just over half our audience watches us on a big screen, or at least on a TV set of some sort.
Yeah, we're up.
Southwest 4979, RNAV Barry, runway 3 on right, clear for takeoff.
31 right, clear for takeoff, RNAV Barry, Southwest 4979.
Executive 738, contact on set departure. Departure.
Okay, we've got, oh, and thank you again for all of our channel members there. We have expired that list, that growing list. Where's our little time clock? There we go. So let's see. We're monitoring Southwest Flight 3453 over Waxahachie at 6,000 feet for 4,000, turning inbound. And Anna, the dispatcher, says, "That's my flight." Maybe we'll get We'll get lucky. Gotta memorize that number, that flight number. What is that flight number?
South Tower, Southwest 3760 inbound on the visual 31 right.
Southwest 3760 left tower number 2, runway 3 and right, clear to land.
Number 2, clear to land 3 on right, Southwest 3760.
Southwest 4979, contact alongside departure.
Departure Southwest 4979.
Southwest 52 left tower, runway 31 left, line up and wait.
31 left, hop wait, just 52.
Landing over there on 31 left was Southwest 4262 from Tampa, Florida, a max 8.
Southwest 4262, right turn Charlie 7, join Charlie, ground point 75 and off.
You are watching. Should I play our music? Yes, it's Runway DFW After Dark. Tonight, coming to you live and direct from the friendly confines of Dallas Love Field.
RNAV Nolan, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
So we hope you can hang out with us for a little bit. We'll be here till about 10, maybe 10:30, just after 9 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone. So, yeah, everything's good with 737 Southwest Airlines and Runway DFW After Dark. Marion Seeley says, a bigger screen, Walt. Makes you feel like we're right there next to you. Paulina Makievsky says, hey, Walt. Hello to you, Paulina.
Southwest 2618 left tower, runway 3 and left, continue, company's in position.
We have an incoming flight over here from Phoenix, Arizona. It's a max 8.
Southwest 52, contact alongside departure. Southwest 2618, runway 3 and left, clear to land.
31 left, clear to land, Southwest 26.
Southwest 3453 left turn, Mike 5, ground point 75 and off.
Jose Gonzalez says, hey, I just left from spotting at Love Field. I never thought I would run into you. I don't know why not. I'm at airports like 3 times a week, but it was nice meeting you, Jose. Yeah, usually we don't see too many folks up here on the top deck when I'm here, although it is a spot for plane spotters, obviously. Let's see here. We've got a camera 2 for this arrival of flight 3760 from San Diego, 737-700.
Southwest 57, contact alongside departure.
Today, Southwest 57.
Okay. 1 off, traffic's going to cross behind you.
Repeat that.
Southwest 3760, left turn, Mike 5, going Bravo, and contact ground 1 off, traffic's going to cross behind you.
Mike 5 Bravo to ground southwest 3760.
Check it, 47 left tower, runway 31 right, line up away.
Anna says my next flight in is 3164 from Sacramento. We'll be watching for that. Entering the view over there on 31 left is flight 2618 from Orlando, Florida, 737-800. Here on Runway DFW at Love Field on a Thursday night with you. Another reminder that we'll be coming to you live, if everything works all right, if we get a signal, we'll be coming to you live from Paris, Texas. And that will be Saturday morning, Texas time.
Right, cleared for takeoff.
Should be around 8 o'clock when we fire things up. Maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. This was a pretty quick turnaround for Maryland 1. We saw this arriving earlier. Get to see it bathed in spotlights here. I've made my opinion known regarding that livery. Mark G454 says, what was that? That's the Maryland 1 Southwest Airlines special livery.
Check in 47, contact long set apart.
Very Baltimore, says Joseph. State flag of Maryland. And the dispatcher favored us with a description of the flag earlier. Just Plains Crazy. Channel member says good evening all. Thank you.
Southwest 4200 left tower, runway 31 right, line of way, catch empty traffic, that's him off on.
Line up away 31 right, southwest 14.
Visual to right. 64 left tower, runway 10 right, clearing company vision. 31 right. Southwest 4200 RNAV mirrors, runway 31 right, clear takeoff.
RNAV mirrors, clear for takeoff 31 right, southwest 42.
Number 325, change south, Material left tower, runway 31 right, line of way, going 737, traffic 6 knots on.
Runway 31
right, company track, 3 citation, 5 up takeoff.
Foxtrot 1
Marion Seeley says, Walt, when I flew Southwest in yesterday, I was so engrossed in a good book that I didn't realize we were about to land. I was so startled when the wheels touched down that I almost hollered out. I thought you were going to say that it was such a smooth, buttery landing you didn't even notice you had landed.
RNF, Barry, runway 3 and right, clear for takeoff.
RNF Barry, clear for takeoff, 3-1 right, citation 5 up for takeoff.
Southwest 54, runway 3 and right, clear to land.
3-1 right, clear to land, Southwest 54.
Southwest 64, coming in from Houston Hobby Airport, a 737-800 is on final approach to 3-1 right. We shall bring that to you now on Runway DFW After Dark at Dallas Love Field.
Over 5 Alpha Tango, contact Lone Star departure.
Departure, 5 Alpha Tango, okay.
Left Mike 5 and gate 2 Southwest 54.
He's occupied, text via Michael, short of Bravo 5, deep ground call.
Mike, short of Bravo 5, we'll give ground a call Southwest 54.
And it's quiet now. G-Money gives us a holla. Tom Bechtel, one of our channel members, says good evening all. And Veronica Peters with a smiley face. Hello, hello, Veronica. Edwin Adjabeng says, how do you spot at Love Field? Well, we come in, we get our parking ticket. Parking's it's up to about $20, I think, for a stay of our length. We situate ourselves here in the corner of the top deck of Terminal C. In a no parking, well, I'm standing in a no parking zone, so I'm not taking up anybody's space. There's plenty of parking up here on the top deck. Most people prefer to park below deck so that they can get out of the sun or the rain or the storms while they're traveling. And we set things up. It took me about 45 minutes to set everything up today. We've got two main cameras here, plus the one you're looking at, which is a Google Pixel smartphone, which is wirelessly connected. And our secondary camera is also connected up wirelessly. So this is the only camera that's wired in right here. that I'm standing by, and you're looking at that picture there. So we've got two Sony, very nice Sony cameras, and we give a lot of credit to our benefactor and channel sponsor James Webb for keeping us well equipped. We put up a table, we get a remote, we got a hotspot which connects us to the T-Mobile network, and that's how we send our signal out to you. So that's kind of the nuts and bolts of it. And O'Malley says, I guess standing isn't parking. Yeah, I'm not. I guess technically we're parking some equipment here, I suppose you could say. But my car is parked next, right? Well, my car is that view right there is on a tripod up, which is attached, not attached, but it's plopped down on top of my car. So kind of gives us an overall, a wide view. You can see some of the runway behind us.
Left tower, good evening. 512 Charlie Charlie, with you on the visual for the inside.
Number 512 Charlie Charlie, left tower, runway 31 left, clear to land.
Visual land on 31 left, 512 Charlie Charlie.
Down below us here is an area where Southwest planes can be pulled in for, I guess, some minor maintenance or cleaning. There is on the other side of the airport, Southwest has hangars where they can do some, I guess, heavier maintenance. G-Money wants to know how you get power to all your equipment. Well, like maybe it's not obvious, but there is no place to plug in here. So everything's running on batteries. I got 4 hunky batteries, which can keep us going. We went for 11 hours one time. Only one time. I don't think I'll ever do that again, but we went for 11 hours one time. And it was all on batteries. We had to swap in some extras by the end, but so yeah, 4 big batteries, and we got several smaller batteries to power things like iPads and what else? Our scanner.
Target Southwest 3164, ILS 31 left.
Southwest 3164 left tower, runway 31 left, go to land.
Go to land 31 left, Southwest 3164.
So we got an arrival coming in, Southwest 3164. So let's have some more action, shall we? It's arriving from Sacramento, 737-700. Is this the plane we've been discussing? Well, that's not it. Must be the one behind this. Sorry. We'll get to that one. So let me shift around here.
Number 2 Charlie Charlie, stay parking. 2 Charlie Charlie, roger. You can make the right turn, Charlie 6, just got that. Take Charlie Jet Aviation, monitor going up.
Charlie 6 Charlie.
Walt, have you ever checked what the delay is between real time and YouTube? Says, want to get up and go ahead. It really depends. It depends to some extent on your connection, how much buffering there is, what the speed,
Charlie Charlie,
or how
around the corner, Southwest on Delta's getting ready.
how detailed is the picture is.
Monitor ground.
We send our picture out most of the time, as long as we've got the bandwidth, at 1080p 60 frames a second. And so there is some buffering that goes along with that. And so yeah, about 15 or 20 seconds usually. Tell you what, if you look at the clock in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, that is real time. It's pretty close to atomic time.
November 287 Charlie.
So if you can look at that clock, and if you have an accurate timepiece, which is synchronized to the real time, you can see then how far behind we are to real time. So there's the flight from Sacramento.
Southwest 3164.
An ascending Dragon 1. Was that Anna's flight?
Right turn Charlie 6 Southwest 3164.
Anna seems to confirm that, so I think we caught it. I'm glad.
Romeo and monitor ground Southwest 3164.
$182Q KFTW says, I jammed the airline maintenance fan in between parking garages at DFW once. Had to let air out of the tires to get out without sardine canning the roof. Those were the days. You know, I did that once with a moving van. And I think I had the same fate. I let some air out of the tires. Snuck out of there. None the worse for wear.
And tower, just a heads up, we got a laser shooting at us just on the southwest side of the river.
Big Stripe 203.
Yeah, firm shot, big shot.
Did you hear that?
Roger, what color of the laser, and is there any injuries on board?
Green laser, no injuries.
So pilot reporting a green laser.
Yeah, just on the southwest side of the river there, they did hit the cockpit. Roger. Tower Gulfstream 450 Mike Hotel, that's inbound on the visual for 131 right.
Charlie Sierra, right turn, Alpha 5, outbound to business jet, monitor ground 1 off.
Alpha 5, monitor ground, clear, 7 Charlie Sierra.
Number 0 Mike Hotel, left, tower runway 3 and right, for the land, use caution for green laser.
Incoming flight from Las Vegas. This is
Roger, will be
JSX, flight number 203, and number 145.
4 left, tower RNAV, Nolan, runway 31 left, quick take up.
RNAV and Nolan, quick take off 31 left, Southwest 2784. Wonder if the laser and the guy with the drone are the same.
4388, contact on start departure.
Park Alpha 4388.
Are you seeing a drone out there too?
When we came in earlier today, they had a drone.
Okay, that was earlier.
Oh, wow. The drone
it was
too?
Probably around, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, okay for that.
Yeah, it was a black and red drone.
Oh boy. As if pilots and flight controllers don't have enough to worry about. Drones and lasers. Sheesh.
Trap 203, left turn Mike 5, join Bravo. Bravo 2, Mike 2, hold short of runway 3 on right, stay with me.
Left on
Marion Seeley says, Walt Axel RC here is my brother. Back in the day, he was a private pilot. We would fly all over Chicagoland together. That must have been fun.
Run right at Mike 26 straight.
Southwest 2784, contact launch departure.
Have a good day.
Random spotter is clocking us at 17 or 18 seconds delay between real time and now. Axel RC says those laser pointer guys have to be found. Southwest? Is this Southwest?
I'm sorry, for Big Stripe 203, do you want to sell Bravo or Mike?
No, we've got a Gulfstream G450 coming in from parts unknown. Next on Runway DFW. Here on the east side of the airport. Very nice night here. I don't think I even announced the temperature. It's 78 degrees Fahrenheit.
Big Stripe 203, what altitude were you at when you got that laser hit?
Wind out of this.
Maybe 1,000 feet, just maybe a little below that.
Right.
Still trying to pinpoint this laser idiot. Can you just, like, you know, chase cats around with your laser?
2107 left, tower, runway 31 right, line up away.
And not try to blind pilots?
Picture 203, you want to turn to the runway at correct?
203, affirmative. November 0 Mike Hotel, set parking.
This is just another 45 Mike Hotel.
November 0 Mike Hotel, roger, right turn, Alpha 5, straight in business jet, monitor ground 1 off.
Alpha 5, monitor ground, we'll talk to you in a couple minutes.
Ascending Dragon 1, who is the official American Eagle pilot of Runway DFW, says lasers are no bueno. Got hit by one going into Aguas Calientes a few months back. Yikes.
RNAV, Barry, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to Barry, clear for takeoff 31 right, Southwest 2107.
We're at Southwest Flight 2107 over there. It is headed out to Nashville on Runway DFW 737 700.
Aircraft unauthorized laser illumination for the fan. Open clear on a 4-mile final reported a green laser connect from the left side of the aircraft. Runway 31 at altitude Alpha Park.
Altitude right at Mike 2, altitude Alpha Park. You have a good night, just straight to the
Southwest 2107, contact launch to departure.
Alright, 2107.
Downtown Dallas at night. Very nice view from up here on the rooftop. I believe we have a gift to acknowledge. Let me head over to my Control Center. And that's O'Malley. O'Malley, who already gave us a certificate tonight, has now gifted 5 Runway DFW memberships. So thank you so much, O'Malley, who's already a Runway DFW member. And our new channel members include Axel RC, Laura C, Gary Davis, Mark A44, and Kenai Miranda. So thank you very much, O'Malley. And we hope to see you again this year at Cranky Dork Fest weekend. Ascending Dragon 1 describing what it looks like to have a laser pointed at you from the ground. It's like a bright flash, which in night flying is not good. Fortunately, we had our sun shields up, but still, if it had gotten in my eyes, that would have been seriously bad. I think the phrase fullest extent of the law should come into play when people who are trying to impair the view of pilots.
Laser illumination event, E145, 4-mile final at 2,000 feet, reported a green laser coming from the left side of the aircraft.
Freddie-O, acknowledging our good view tonight. Thank you, Freddie-O. Debbie Ann says hello, everyone. Hello to you. And O'Malley will be with us at Cranky Dork Fest, getting his cranky on. Sometimes Mrs. Runway DFW says I'm a bit cranky, so I guess maybe I should just kind of save it all up and just be really super cranky when I go out to LAX. TechSpec says Steam images are exceptional tonight. I think that was probably a little bit of maybe a voice typing thing. I probably meant stream, right? Probably. Tom Duffy says, wasn't Love the home of Southwest Airlines? Love still is the home of Southwest Airlines. Has been since the start. We can't see the Love Field or the Southwest Airlines headquarters building here. It's on the other side of the airfield. As we see a Southwest 737 get pushed back from Gate 1 at the terminal. Channel member Tim Heasley says, hi everyone, just got home from dinner. Walt, you are the best. Thank you. Aw. Well, I thank you for that. Listen, this is fun. It's fun to do this. DFW Railfan Productions is celebrating 13 months as a Twin Jet member. Just over a year. Thanks for your amazing videos, and thank you, DFW Railfan Productions, for your support of our little get-together here. Kind of quieting down here a bit. James Moy, channel member, says Dallas skyline looking great as always. Yeah, we get a little, on a clear night, we get a little bit of a chunk of the Dallas skyline that we can see from our position at the friendly confines of DFW Founders Plaza, but nothing like this.
And clearance Gulfstream 450.
And the dispatcher says flight 2490 almost mine inbound. From Phoenix once again. 8,000 feet and descending. Yes, currently very quiet on the inbound front here at Dallas Left Field. Ron C says, what was this? I heard Southwest Airlines has authorization for international flights in the EU. I think what I read today was that Southwest has applied to operate international flights. I do think they fly. Southwest flies to some international destinations in the Caribbean and in Mexico, I believe. Yeah, we did see a Southwest flight at. I think they fly into Grand Cayman from Orlando, so I know there's that one because we saw it when we were in Grand Cayman. In I can't even remember what month that was. Was that last month? Was that one? But anyway, so yeah, that's now. Where could Southwest go with its current fleet? I don't, not too very much far afield from the USA borders, but who knows what they got up their sleeve. Southwest, of course, is very notable for being a single aircraft airline. Now they have variation. It's all 737s. Currently they operate dash 700s, dash 800s, and max 8s. So you would think if they were going to go somewhere like Europe, they'd have to have something that could do a little more something than that. Brandon Rabbit says Southwest celebrated 40 years at Ontario, California today. Their first flight was Ontario to Phoenix.
Medevac 247 Mike Delta, left tower, runway 31 right, clear to land, safe parking.
31 right, clear to land, and jet, Medevac 7 Mike Delta.
Sounds like we've got a medevac flight coming in on here on 31 right on this side of the airport. Next flight incoming.
Or Southwest 2128, star nav, Zulu 31 left.
Southwest 2128, left tower, runway 31 left, clear to land.
31 left, clear to land, Southwest 2128.
So we've got Southwest 2128 coming in from Las Vegas on 31 left. And we've got, I guess it's this medevac flight, a Beach C-90A King Air, which is now coming into view. Click over to that on camera 2. If you're just joining us, and you know, people come and go on these streams. They see this on their home screen on YouTube and say, "What is that?" And so we say, "Welcome. It's Runway DFW at Dallas Left Field tonight." Normally we're over at Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. We try to pop over here once or twice a month, sometimes more. We were here on Saturday afternoon, late Saturday afternoon. Saw an emergency landing. Saw not this plane. This plane is making a normal landing. The plane we saw on Saturday made a normal landing, but it had to pass by, make 2 passes the first time.
476 left tower, runway 31 right, line of await.
We could clearly see that the front landing gear had not been extended.
Right turn Alpha 5 straight into business jet, monitor ground 1 off, see it.
So the flight crew did some manual cranking and got that gear down. Although meanwhile there was all sorts of emergency vehicles lining the runway. Swing around camera 2 here, to check out the aviation stylings of Southwest Flight 2128 from Las Vegas at 737-700.
476, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Should take off runway 31 right, flagship 476. Dallas 2490, RNAV Zulu, 31 right.
Southwest 2490 left tower, runway 31 right, clear to land.
31 right, clear land, Southwest 2490.
Flagship 476, contact alongside of parking.
Road to Milestone departure, good day, flagship 476.
Southwest 2128, if you got it, Charlie 6, what's your gate?
Charlie 6, park 10, Southwest 2128.
Roger, 10's open, but ground may have some traffic for you. Go ahead and make the left turn onto Charlie and contact ground point 1051.
Charlie 6, left Charlie to ground, Southwest 2028.
Field Tower, good evening. Global Papa Sierra Bravo, Juliet Bravo, holding short, 31 right at Alpha 1.
Papa Sierra Bravo, Juliet Bravo, left tower, roger. You'll be after traffic on 2 mile final.
Line up behind the traffic, 2 mile final, roger. Papa Sierra Bravo, Juliet Bravo.
Papa Sierra Bravo, Juliet Bravo, negative, hold short of runway 31 right.
Hold short 31 right.
We've got Southwest Flight 2490. It is coming to us from Phoenix at the 737-700, which will swing around. There it is, headed our way. Quick look here at Reunion Tower with all those lights
439 RNAV, Nolan runway
on the top of the ball there. Looks like it's making the Texas Rangers logo.
Bravo, Juliet Bravo, runway 31 right, flat for wake traffic point fairway.
And up runway 31 right from Chevron.
Southwest 2490, left turn Mike 5, what's your gate?
This is a flight from Phoenix, flight 2490, 737.
3's open, taxi to Mike, Bravo 4, monitor ground 1 off.
Need a letter, you take it to Thanks, going over Bravo Mike 5. Bravo 4.
They're talking about expansion of Southwest Airlines overseas. And Anna, the dispatcher, says if the MAX 7 gets certified, it has a range of 3,800 nautical miles. It's just 2,800 from Boston to LHR, London Heathrow. Now, would people want to fly?
Southwest 439, contact long
I mean, you know, if you have a choice.
South 439.
So here's the thing, if you can fly a wide body, why would you want to go on a narrow body flight? I mean, I can see Southwest firing up service from airports that don't have European service on the East Coast. That might make sense. I don't know.
Sierra Bravo, Juliet Bravo, RNAV, Mears, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV, Mears, clear, takeoff, 31 right, Papa Sierra Bravo, Juliet Bravo.
And Anna, who works for Southwest, says we fly to Mexico and Central America. And also to some Caribbean destinations as well, yes.
Southwest 4489, RNAV Nolan, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Nolan, clear for takeoff, 31 left, Southwest 4489.
Sierra Bravo, Juliet Bravo,
O'Malley,
departure.
noting that the original 737, sorry, had a range of about 1,540 nautical miles. We've got a super chat that just popped in here from Rockin' Dural. $10 super chat.
1321 left tower, runway
Thank you,
31
Rockin'
left,
Dural.
line up and wait.
Or is it Rockin' DURL? I'm not sure, but in any event, thank you so much. There's that BizJet that we saw land a short time ago. Somebody's asking if a taxiway is closed, and yes, there is one closed here on the west side. They're still working on part of it. I don't think it's all closed, but normally this plane would probably be on the other side of the runway taxiing to its destination. Just a reminder, you're watching Runway DFW live from Dallas Love Field on this May 15th, 2025. Hello, people of the future. Are you watching in the future
Southwest
from
1321, RNAV, float, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
Let's say you're watching 10 years from now.
November 450, Mike Hotel, left tower traffic.
Will Southwest still be flying 737s? Will Southwest have merged with another airline?
0 Mike Hotel, verify it is Romeo.
You have Romeo, 45 Mike Hotel. Plot of 7 Charlie Sierra has Romeo.
I see reverse ops Patrick in the house. Hello, Patrick, out there in Honolulu. Says, I agree. I don't see how people fly the 737 Hawaii, and that's about 2,300 miles. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you have a choice, I'm going to pick a little more accommodating aircraft. Nothing against the 737, of course. So the Random Spotter's got a, if you're not familiar with it, he's got a channel here on YouTube as well. He does kind of the same thing, except in Honolulu, which sounds very nice. And he was here a week or two ago here in DFW, spotting here right from where I'm standing pretty much at Love Field and also at DFW. And I think he had a good time. I
regret
to say I didn't get to see him in
runway
person.
31 right, clear for takeoff.
Maybe next time, Patrick.
Takeoff 31 right, direct Barry, 450, make it up.
Got something taken off here. Wasn't that authoritative sounding? No, we got something taken off here.
North of the SMU Stadium, are you familiar with that?
Well, I can now confirm that that was a Gulfstream G450 headed to parts unknown, at least as far as we are aware. Two weasels on tap, reports Mrs. Runway DFW. Really not weasels, they're possums. Or is the plural of possum possi? I'm not sure.
Three Whiskey uniform, after your downtown tour, you're going to go towards Grand Prairie, is that correct? Okay. Control aircraft love information to your current altimeter 29075.
O'Malley says, I flew my mom out to visit me at SeaTac with United Miles. She was on a 737 Newark to Seattle, 6 hours, no in-flight entertainment, not even in first class, and she's still speaking to you. And did she fly in first class? Knowing you, O'Malley, I'm sure she did fly in first class.
Good evening, Tower, flex jet 468, visual 31 right.
Flex jet 468, low tower, runway 31 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 31 right, flex jet 468.
So you heard it there first.
Traffic 12 o'clock, about 6 miles, maneuvering Cessna 172 VFR 2500. You're going to stay east of your final.
Got a flight coming in on 1...
Okay, we'll be back to flex jet 468.
31 right. And I think that's going to be
12 o'clock, 5 miles opposite direction, Gulfstream.
A FlexJet Gulfstream G450. Yes, I know we're missing that departure there.
Down south of DFW.
A little inspection going on there. See flashlights flickering on the fuselage. Flashlights on the fuselage.
FlexJet 468, traffic has in sight, maintain vision separation.
Roger.
Jacob loves hockey, says best thing ever. A Runway DFW stream while watching the Stars game on the TV with popcorn. Popcorn sounds very good right now. Nothing beats it. Well, I hope your team is winning. I don't know. Since you said Stars, I'm assuming you are rooting for the Dallas Stars. Johnny Dodge says, hi Walt, nice to see you tonight at Dallas Love Field. Thanks for all you do for the plane spotting community. Well, thank you, Johnny, for being a member of the channel. And your sister as well, who sent me some photographs from, I'm assuming she was in Las Vegas. I know she was headed out there. Saw some pictures that the Texas girl sent us from, in fact, they were Hawaiian jets in the skies
uniform, yeah, that should be fine. Right
at
now,
Las Vegas.
I don't have anybody on final. My next arrival is in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think slowing down here. We've got, this is the...
Just whenever I get more traffic, I'll have you move out of the way.
This is the FlexJet Gulfstream G450 coming in here. And yeah, I guess we're going to have to start to think about beginning to consider the possibility of the end of the broadcast. But you know, at the end of the broadcast, we can bring you Chat Stravaganza. Look at that new animation we've got. Chat Stravaganza. We play music. You watch me pack up things. I'll admit it, not the most scintillating broadcasting that's being done online. But if you want to pal around with our other subscribers in the chat room, listen to music, watch the Stars game on some other device, there you go.
Left turn at Mike 5, ground plane 75 off.
Left at Mike 5 and we're at ground. 468.
O'Malley, see, I knew it. He flew his mom first class. She still talks to me. Oh, you're working? Yeah, Ma, it's Tuesday at 10 a.m. Speaking of relatives, I have to wish, can I do this? I'm sure he's not watching, but I'm going to wish my son a happy birthday. So my son is living and working in Seoul, Korea, where it is now just after noon on his birthday. So Colin, if you're within the sound of my voice, and you're probably not because you're working, but happy birthday from your old dad here at Dallas Love Field.
With the unit from you, one flight phone with regional approach, just going on.
And yeah, I'm gonna have to give him a call, a FaceTime or something.
We're 3 with uniform, contact regional approach 125.2.
Jonathan Breeden says, I know I say this every time you're at Dallas Love Field, but nothing beats watching planes with that skyline as the backdrop. Well, you know, some airports have mountains in the background. Some have beautiful seas and oceans. Some have hills covered with aircraft. But here at Dallas Love Field, pretty flat here in North Texas. So we'll make do with a skyline. Here's the METAR from our friend Woot Doctor. Axel RC says thanks for another great one. I appreciate that. O'Malley likes our new Chat Stravaganza animation with a very fancy letter F there. We'll show it off again. Oh yeah. Look at this interesting headlight on this plane. It's like shooting in 3 different directions.
3934, left there, wind 3204, RNAV mirrors, runway 09, so check off. RNAV mirrors, pick up 31 right, southwest 3934. PHM Med 2, contact DFW Tower 127.5, just let them know where you're going, north, you said north Richland Hills, correct? North Richland Hills, that's over to DFW 127.5,
So we have Southwest
mile and a half to your west, going towards
flight,
Grand Prairie,
and I don't have the flight number for it. but it's getting ready to take off. If we aim our camera over a little to the east here, or to the south actually. There with Lemon Avenue, on the traffic of Lemon Avenue in the background.
Southwest 2979, left tower, wind 310.5, RNAV is slow, down 01, quick check.
Let's see if flight radar picked that up once it gets in the sky. Okay, that was flight 3934 off to Oakland, 737-800.
Southwest 3934, contact 1 star departure.
Good day, Southwest 3934.
S35 Bonanza pilot says, hello, Walt and the Mod Squad. From just over the top of Johnston Atoll at 41,000 feet, heading to Honolulu and then on home to Dallas Love on Sunday. Cannot stay on long. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for checking in with us. S35 Bonanza pilot, one of our Quad Jet channel members. Always good to hear from you as you travel about the globe. And I don't think we've ever had somebody checking in from above the Johnston Atoll, so that's a first. So we've got this plane and another Southwest plane lining up now to head out.
RNAV to Nolan, through and left, clear for takeoff, Southwest 3164.
Southwest 2979, contact 1 star departure.
We're on the east side of the airport overlooking 31 right. There is 31 left, which there's a plane about to take off there. We don't get a really good shot of takeoffs on 31 left. We can see them coming in for a landing and just about touching down before we lose sight. Scott Randon says, hi Walt, nice evening for plane spotting. It is indeed. Chuck TXK, another Quad Jet channel member, says, I was stationed on Johnston Atoll in '86. Ooh. Johnston Atoll talk here on Runway DFW. So I think we're going to have our last three planes taking off here. Got this one that you're looking at. There's two others. The one that's passing us now, I can tell you, is going to Birmingham. It's a 737 MAX 8 flight 1586. The other two planes aren't showing up on the radar, but this one is. So here's our first mystery aircraft. I mean, it's not a mystery. It's just not to the control tower.
Hello, Tower Air 1. Our call's taking us northbound. We're going to be around the line of the northeast corner.
Okay, Air 1, you're cleared now to Bravo. If you need it, just fly on station.
Cleared in and out for Air 1. Thank you.
Get this reduced, your final approach speed will be for 1 departure then.
Alright, reduce the final approach speed southwest 3245.
So 347, contact 1 departure. Southwest. So 4262 left there, company's about 4 miles out, wind 3206, hard nav some meters from a turn right, clear takeoff.
Alright, Mirrors 31, right clear for takeoff, no delay, 4262.
Sounds like this is flight 4262. I still cannot tell you. Even though I have encyclopedic knowledge of all the Southwest Airlines flight numbers, I cannot tell you where this is going. I really don't have encyclopedic knowledge of all the Southwest Airlines flight numbers. Anna would know. Is there some rhyme or reason? I mean, is there like a prefix or a suffix that means you're going to a certain area or to a certain airport or on a certain route or going east or west?
Probably wind 3306. That's 3245.
Take care.
We have ourselves an arrival, which will be punctuating our takeoffs over here. Coming at us from Baltimore Washington International Airport at Max 8, flight 3245.
Mike 5, and then left on Mike, contact ground, 175.
Mike 5, left Mike, 175 southwest.
Luke, the random spotter's got to check out. Luke, so happy to have you here with us tonight. Thank you for your moderation skills and also for being a member of the channel. Thank you. Long day of driving and 50-mile-an-hour winds today, and I'm tired and sore. I don't blame you. Yeah, I'm going to have to bug out here in a minute because, well, not in a minute. It takes me longer than that to tear things down, but because I've got an early day tomorrow taking grandson to school, and then a full work day, and then driving to Paris. I'll explain that further in just a minute here.
Love Tower, Senior 264 Tango Sierra, hold short of 31 right, Mike 1, ready for departure.
Number 264 Tango Sierra left there, red driver, just waiting on your release to departure.
No worries.
Tango Sierra left now, use caution for wake turbulence for the departing Boeing 737, wind 3308, runway 3 on right, clear for takeoff.
Caution wake turbulence departing 737, clear for takeoff 31 right, 4 Tango Sierra.
South 1586, contact 1 for departure.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, we'll have one more Skyline landing here. Flight 62, a MAX 8 coming in from Houston, Texas. Houston Hobby Airport in Texas. Okay, so with that, we will now repair to what we like to call Chatstravaganza, when we turn things over to you, the viewers, as far as the content goes in the chat, and we'll keep doing our thing as far as packing things up. You can watch, listen to our music, and that'll do it. One more reminder about what we've got coming up for you on Saturday. This will be kind of a little bit of an offbeat presentation for us here on Runway DFW. We're going to be coming to you from Paris, Texas for an airplanes and coffee fly-in. And I'd like to thank the fine folks at Cox Field in Paris for being very welcoming to us. They're going to try to get us a flatbed trailer that we can put ourselves up upon, so we get a nice overall view of what's going on, but we'll still be low enough to the ground where we can talk to folks and have fun. So if you can, fire yourself up a cup of Java and hang out with us at Airplanes and Coffee live from Paris, Texas, assuming everything goes well, because we never broadcast from there. So if we don't get a signal, we'll record something and present it at a later date. But that's our plan, and we'll have our preview thumbnail coming up for you very soon. So with Dallas in the background, we're going to be signing off. And when we sign off, it sounds something suspiciously like this. Yes, you know what that sound sounds like.
2618 left there, 13307, RNAV to null, enrollment 0.
I think the reason why Luke bugged out early is because he didn't want to hear this song.
Southwest 4188, contact Milestone approach.
Southwest 4188, good night.
But that's it. Thank you to our mods. There's O'Malley there. We have reverse ops is still with us. Anna the dispatcher's still with us as far as our mods. And so that's it from Dallas Love Field. Who else? Oh, thank you to our channel sponsor, James Webb. It was so good to see you last week, James. We'll see you again soon, I hope. At least at Cranky Dork Fest coming up in September.
Southwest 4029 left there, 13306, runway 3 left, third lane.
So, from me at Runway DFW at Dallas Love Field, happy contrails to you until we meet again on Saturday morning, perhaps, yes?
Southwest 3760 left there, 13306, RNAV to mirrors, runway turn right, approach.
RNAV mirrors, 21 right, over Southwest 3760.
Southwest 2618, contact Milestone approach.
Good night, Southwest 26.
Southwest 3696 left there, with 3406, RNAV to Barry, runway turn right, approach.
Pick up 31 right, RNAV to Barry, Southwest 3696.
Southwest 3760, contact Milestone approach.
Roger, today, 1060.
contact Milestone approach.
Go departure, Southwest 369.
Southwest 4371, left there, ready to go.
Yes, sir.
4371, wind 3504, RNAV to mirrors for wind turn right, so take them.
31 right, RNAV mirrors, clear for takeoff, Southwest 4371.
ground, contact 14.
Have a good 436.
Southwest 4506, low tower, wind 3304, RNAV to Barry, runway 31 right, perfect. RNAV Barry, 31 right, over to go, Southwest 4506. So 3748, contact Long Star Parker.
Our tower Southwest 145 will be ready again.
Southwest 145, let's try to just be a moment, you're just following one off the parallel. Contact Long Star Parker.
Departure 4506.
Southwest 1145, low tower, wind 3405, RNAV to Nolan, runway 31 left, perfect.
Nolan 31 left, clear for takeoff, Southwest 145.
Contact Long Star Parker.
Good night, Southwest 145.
Sierra, wind 3305, runway turn right, clear line.
One right, clear line.
Wind 3305. Windy visual to 31 right. 4365, left air, Palm Company, 2 mile final, wind 3305, runway turn right, clear line. side, so left on Mike 5, and the ground point 75.
Point right at Mike 2 out to the right.
So I'm trying to determine what I did to stop the music. I didn't pull out the plug. You can still hear me. Oh, we've lost. Oh, I see. We've lost the module which does our music for us. It's just not, it's no longer functioning. Well, I think that means we're going to wrap things up, because what's Runway DFW Chatstravaganza without the music? And I could probably come up with a way to plug it back in, but it would only be for a couple minutes. So I will thank you for your indulgence. Thank you for hanging out with us. I'll have to do my best Dick Tufeld impression to thank Pan Am. I can't even remember what he says, but thank you, Pan Am. And also, there is my grandson with our copyright message, who I will be seeing in about 8 hours from now to take him to school on a Friday. So that's that. And that's this. So join us again on Saturday morning for Airplanes and Coffee fly-in at Paris, Texas. Hope to see you there, or maybe watch the replay. And we're signing off now from Dallas Love Field. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and we'll see you on Saturday.